Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Young JDR Sports, back with another NFL fantasy video. In this video, I'm going to be ranking my top 3 fantasy rookie running backs in 2021. So make sure you guys go simply down, drop a thumbs up, seriously, you know what I mean? Comment your favorite running back on this list, and if you are new, subscribe. I haven't seen, you know what I mean? We've been going up a little bit, but we're on the road to 100, so you know what I mean? Let's hit 100 subs and go sub Young JDR. We're on the road to 5K over there, so you know what I mean? But make sure you guys do all that, and also because I know a bunch of you guys are from the main channel, use code YoungJDR in the Fortnite item shop. Yeah, you know, I mean, we do live stream over there a lot too, and we were grinding on this channel and on YoungJDR. So go check it out. Go show your boys some love. But let's get into it. So I'm gonna be starting with my third favorite running back, not my first. You know, I mean, we're gonna go third, second, and first. I'm gonna be showing you guys the stats, the reasons why. All right, but the third running back is Javonte Williams, the Denver Broncos' new running back behind Melvin Gordon. He was drafted 35th overall in the second round. He's different. You know what I mean? He did have much carries. He's not the biggest running back either. He's 5'10", and he only ran a 4.55 in the 40-yard dash. Don't get me wrong, that's good, but still, compared to these other running backs, you know, I mean, in this day, they're really fast and big. But yeah, he's very small for running back, and he only had 157 carries in 2020. Probably because, you know, of course, Michael Carter. And you just look at the other running backs like Naji Harris, for example. You know, I mean, maybe we'll see him later on. He had 251 carries, so pretty much Najee had 100 more carries than Javonte Williams. But Javonte Williams finished with 1,140 yards in 2020, and he averaged 7.3 yards per carry. That is pretty good compared to these other running backs. And he had 19 touchdowns. I'm not going to compare it too much. You know, I mean, we can't spoil the rest of the video, but 19 touchdowns, pretty good. Receptions, he had 25. You know what I mean? He's pretty good for receiving. It's not bad. 305 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns, and he had 1,400 yards from scrimmage yards. So definitely pretty solid. I mean, that was the stats and everything. We'll go into the situation with Denver. Denver has Melvin Gordon. He's on his last year of his contract. They signed him last year. He did pretty good. I think Melvin Gordon's very underrated. The only thing about Melvin Gordon is I think he's kind of overrated as a career, though. Melvin Gordon's only had 1,000-yard rushing year, and I'm not sure how I feel about Melvin Gordon. Continuing, I do think for Dynasty League, Javonte Williams is the pick to go, because if you have Javonte Williams a couple years after, you know what I mean? Because Melvin Gordon, I'm most likely thinking he's going to go. He's getting older. He hasn't done too much, but last season he did pretty good. And I honestly think they're going to try to get Javonte Williams in a lot. Like how they did Philip Lindsay. Were they ever given Philip Lindsay like 100 carries? Like, you know, I mean, I think Javonte Williams is going to take that role, but actually just take it further for the future. I could definitely see by the end of the season, Javonte Williams getting more snaps and getting more used to the team. And, you know what I mean? I definitely think he'll have a huge upside depending on how Denver does too, but I think he will be the RB1 in the future. So, yeah, for a redraft league, I mean, if you have him down there late, definitely. He's ranked the 34th projected running back on ESPN. So he's ranked over guys like Ronald Jones, some other guys. I'm trying to think of the big guys' names, like J.D. McKissick, Damian Harris, all those guys. So he's ranked over a decent amount of guys, but not too bad. He's 34th. So yeah, you guys could probably draft him. Melvin Gordon's ranked 32. So that's just showing you what ESPN means. They think that Javonte Williams is going to be that close to Melvin Gordon. I could see Melvin Gordon doing a decent amount better just because how he did last season. I think Melvin Gordon was obviously the RB1. But let's go check his ADP. You know, I mean, the ADP is very important. Wow, so the ADP is the 10.7, 31st. He's right there ranked on the ADP. So Melvin Gordon is right above him at the 30. I'll get a picture right there on the screen. You guys can see Melvin Gordon's getting around the 9.6, and Javonte Williams around the 10.7. So 10th round, Javonte Williams is going with. I mean, I would definitely use him if I had 2 solid running backs and 1 solid bench running back. Then I'd pick him. I at least need to have 3 solid running backs for me to pick him. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't pick him as my third running back at all. You know what I mean? It's just how rookie running backs are. So that's all we need to know about Javonte Williams. But let's get into our number 2 running back. Our number 2 running back is Travis Etienne. You know what I mean? Travis Etienne was selected 25th overall in the first round. Kind of surprising pick, honestly. A lot of people think he was going to fall to the second round. Very surprising, but yeah, there was 2 first-round running backs selected. You know what I mean? That's not really usual. Because even in 2020, only CEH got picked. Clyde Edwards-Helaire only got picked in the first round. It was the 32nd pick. And then people like Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers, they all fell to the second round. And look how good they are. So I think there was a lot of running back reaches this year. But it's all right. 25th overall, though. He played for Clemson all 4 years. Last year wasn't his most successful year. His sophomore year was actually his best rushing year, but his best year was 2019 when they did. That was a good year for them. In 2019, he finished with 1,600 rushing yards, averaging 7.8 yards, 19 rushing touchdowns, and he had 2,046 yards from scrimmage because he had 432 receiving yards. And in 2020, he had 48 receptions. So you can definitely see compared to Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams wasn't getting many receptions. Travis Etienne's getting almost like double that. And that's even better because Coach Myers, the coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars now, even said that he plans on using Travis Etienne as a third down running back and receiving running back, as a wide receiver almost. So that kind of does worry me. It kind of worries me for these. I wouldn't go high in a redraft league, but if you're doing a dynasty league, for example, these running backs are good for dynasty leagues, 100%. If you're keeping them every year, you need someone like this. You know what I mean? That's young and that can take the role. But James Robinson, I think, is going to be the workload running back, which is kind of surprising. But yeah. Travis Etienne, I feel like he's getting a little bit highly ranked, but I definitely think he'll be good for the future and for the receptions. He's kind of like the Chase Edmonds, you know what I mean? Chase Edmonds did all the receiving, barely got any rushes, while last year Kenyon Drake and Kyler Murray did all the running. You know what I mean? I could see James Robinson being the runner. So Travis Etienne ranked projected wise is ranked 24th. So he's ranked over running backs like Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette, James Robinson himself, Raheem Mostert, Kenyon Drake, Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, for example. He's ranked pretty high for a rookie running back that isn't going to be this solid third, all down running backs. I mean, he's only a third down running back supposedly to Coach Myers. And Coach Myers has seemed that he's been speaking freely. He's literally told DJ Chark that he's not happy about his size, and DJ Chark did something about it. He gained weight. That's crazy to see. So he does not lie. And Travis Etienne is probably going to be the receiver running back or a third down running back. So I don't know why he's ranked that high. And his ADP, this is a very important, so you guys know where he's getting drafted at. He's getting also ranked at the 24th ADP, around the 6.9. So around where Kareem Hunt's getting drafted. I get that. It makes a little bit more sense. I'm happy. I'm looking over the guys that are getting drafted above him. Makes sense. Good. It's making sure, but I'm still surprised to see running backs like Leonard Fournette and James Robinson. Even like Ronald Jones. I know they share snaps, but I don't know if Travis Etienne, if you can just grab him that early, but for a redraft league, but I mean, he's not too overranked, but for the 6.9, so almost 7th round, you drafted him. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I like the Javonte Williams a lot better, though, because Javonte Williams is also going to be that third down running back, and you guys can get him in the 10th round, near 11th round, or Travis Etienne at the 7th round. I'd probably go with Javonte Williams, so don't go for Travis Etienne, but yeah, he's the second best running back in this class specifically. But yeah, he's... Travis Etienne's really quick, too. He also ran a 4.31 and 4.33 in the Clemson Pro Day. Pretty good. So, yeah, that is our second running back. Let's go finish with our number one, which I think is going to be pretty obvious, is Naji Harris. I mean, Naji Harris was selected 24th by Pittsburgh Steelers, probably the best position he could have got drafted into. If he went to the Jets, I think it would be a little bit different. I wouldn't really want him too much, but he's on the Steelers. You saw what the Steelers did with Le'Veon Bell. Even James Conner, I feel like James Conner besides his injuries, James Conner was actually not a bad running back. In the first couple years he was playing, he was actually sort of solid, but those injuries really screwed him up, and I think people just were going crazy on him. But in 2020, Naji Harris finished with 1,466 rushing yards and 1,800, almost 1,900 yards of scrimmage. So pretty good, and he had 43 receptions last year. So yeah, he's not the crazy receiving running back like Travis Etienne was, but still, he's definitely going to be receiving a lot, especially on the Steelers. The Steelers love to take they love to pass, and Ben Roethlisberger was so used to Le'Veon Bell. I think Najee Harris will fit in well. And what's even crazier is that recently there's been stuff about Naji Harris when he first got drafted to the Steelers. He said how easy it was, how there like way less work that needed to be done. And also just recently, I heard that the running back coach for the Steelers actually told Naji Harris he had to go home. The rest. That's actually crazy that the coach is needing to tell a rookie running back to go home to take some rest. You know what I mean? He's going for it. Even though Najee Harris knows he's the starting running back, he's just not used to this, like, you know what I mean, easy. He's used to Alabama strict team, and I think that's great, though. I think he'll have a successful career, and let's go check out where he's getting picked. Projected-wise, he's 13th. I don't like how he's projected. I do love him as a running back prospect, for sure, but 13th, I don't think this is going to be his ceiling year. I'm saying it now. I don't think he's going to go some crazy, you know what I mean, like year, but I definitely think he'll have a solid year and he'll keep improving. But he's ranked over running backs Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, Gibson, Chris Carson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Josh Jacobs, Dobbins, you know what I mean, all those guys. So, I mean, you could argue he should be slided down just a little bit, but, I mean, let's see what they're projecting him at least. They're projecting him with 1,054 rushing yards, 50 receptions, though. It makes a little bit more sense. I mean, I definitely could see it. Also, the Steelers have the second, I think, one of the hardest schedules in the NFL. So, does that also, you know what I mean? Like, good teams equal good defenses, and the good defense is going to, like, you know what I mean, slow down Najee a little bit? I think so, possibly. But ADP of Najee Harris, I know he's been going really high. He's 12th on the ADP list, but he's getting selected around so the 2.1. So, pretty much at the second round, early second round. If you're doing 10-person draft, which we do. I'm sorry, boys, but I mean, second round. So if you had the 2.1, so if you had the first pick, you draft Christian McCaffrey, all right? And then you have the 20 and 21. I mean, I would probably draft Najee. Yeah, if I was at the first, I'd draft Najee. Because you could get also a good receiver too. But honestly, though, 21, he's getting, I don't know. I just don't see it because Cam Akers getting picked pretty much at the 20, and Najee Harris just one pick around. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a reach, but it could be one of those, you know what I mean, running backs that are just, they're like, you know what I mean, it's such in a good position that he's in. It's made to be a good season, you know what I mean? I definitely love him, though, as a prospect. I love a lot of these guys. I'm not a huge fan of, like, some of the other guys even above him, so you know what I mean, I could say he could go higher, but you also could say he could go lower. But Najee Harris at the 21, I mean, second round running back, I mean, it makes sense, but is it the third? I mean, it's 2.1. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. 21, I don't know. Getting picked up to 21 is pretty hard. But, all right, let's go see, just wrap it up. So, yeah, Najee Harris also ran, for your information, a 4.45, and he's pretty strong. He's your typical running back. So, everyone, make sure you guys do go down, drop a like on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Comment your favorite running back out of this list. Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, and Javonte Williams. And make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. I'll be having a lot more videos out on Young JDR Sports and Young JDR. We're streaming basically every single day. So make sure you guys do subscribe and turn on noties. But until next time, your boys out. Peace.